Welcome. Today we are going to talk about an exciting topic which is classes in C++. So as we know, C++ is an object-oriented language. An object is defined by its data members. Let us say these are the data members and some methods. These methods interact with the data members, and from outside, the outside code will interact with this object using these methods. They should not directly hit the data members. So in an object-oriented programming, let's see how in C++ we can define a class. So class is defined by the keyword class and followed by the class name. So we put a curly brace and we end the curly brace and put a semicolon. That is the shell of a class. Inside a class, there can be set of public attributes and methods, can be private attributes and method. Let's start with the private. So let's say we have a single variable in the class int x, and for the public variables we can define a constructor which is defined as the class name, and for simplicity let's not pass any parameter, and then we can use some mutator and accessor methods for x. So one of the accessor method can be get x. Guess what will be the data type for it? This will be int, and we can define is mutator method void set x. You can define it as int x. So this is the template of our C++ class. Now the private methods are only accessible to the member variables, member methods of the class. The private attributes are available to getX or setX, which are the member attributes of the class. The constructor, it is also like a method, but it does not return any value. And get and set are respectively accessor and mutator methods, and you can see that get method returns the value of x, so it has a return type, but the set method is a non value returning method, so it does not have any return type. So let's go to an practical example of a class. So in this example we are working with the date API. We are building a date API in C++. So the basic definition of the date API is constituted by defining a date class. You know, you are defining a date class. The date class has the following attributes. So private attributes, it has month, day and year. You know, the date 1st January 2023. So month is 01, day is 01, year is 2023. That's an example. Now go to the public attributes. So we have a variable, this variable month. These are initialized month, day and year. These are initialized inside the constructor of the date method. So we call it date and then parentheses. Then the block, the constructor method block is designated by the curly braces. Then you have another constructor. This is called constructor overloading. That means you have a default constructor and then you have a parameterized constructor. This one on line number 18 is called overloaded constructor, which passes 3 integers, month, day and year. Then you have a mutator function, set date. You can set your date in here. Then you have a uh, method called validator, which has also three parameters, three integers. Then you have a method called int date, another method called mth math date year, month date year, and another method called day month year. So I assume that this is international date, this is month date format by month, day and year. Maybe this is the date format by day, month, year. So let's go to the implementation of this class. So here, first of all, we imported the IO stream header, the string header, and also the date.h file that we have defined here, the original date class definition. So we have the following function prototypes defined here: month helper and year helper. Then we are specifying the mutator functions. So specifying the member functions. So first the constructor, the date colon colon date, and then you pass all the parameters. Now you are using a method called validator. Let's see what validator does. The validator actually it it validates the inputs. So you have month greater than 1, month less than equal 12, then month equals m. The m is the value of month is set. Otherwise you make it as a default to be 1. I mean, same arguments go for the date. If that is not, I mean, if the date does not fall within this range, we set it to uh, 1. And also same thing for the year. So basically what we do, we simply define our constructor this way. Then you have also a setter mutator method, and you note here that when we implement the class, we always define the mutator, the member functions like void, and then you 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 put the class name, which is date, then colon colon set date and all the parameters, and then we call validator here as well. Now int date is this function accepts a date object and prints the date in the format day d m, I think month m, dd, and y. So basically, as usual, the member function, you put this one, and then you create that I mean you pass a date object and just output these values in this way. Then another function is month day year. That function accepts a date object and prints the date in the format, let us say March 15, 2010. So we get the month helper, day, and year. What is month helper, by the way? This is the month helper. So basically it comprises switch statements. In our one of our previous presentations we talked about the switch statement. So we have different cases like 1 to 12. There are 12 months and corresponding strings, January, February, March, April, and so on. And finally we return the month, and it's a string function. It returns a string. So we use the month helper to get the month, then we get the day, and then we get the year. There is another way we are printing the date object, that is basically in the format 15 March 2010. So day comes first, then we use the month helper and specify the month, and then year. So another, I mean, we also have the year helper as well. So that's about it. That's about the date object. Now we implement this object. So the implementation is pretty straightforward. So we use a function prototype time settings. How do we do that? So this is basically we are putting out together um, the date object, and we pass by reference because we are not I mean this date object we are passing by reference because we are we are going to modify this one. So when you pass by reference when you the value pass a value by reference, then you basically if you modify that particular attribute or function or I mean the variable, it is updated to the reference location. So you don't have to pass any values explicitly. That's the beauty of pass by reference. So here what you do, time settings. So you declare integers, month, day, year, and the other one, that is the case. What do you want to define? So welcome to the time setting, enter the month, we write C in month. We define all the variables and we set date in this way. So then we have enter a number from the menu to choose how your time will be displayed. So that you have different display options, and 4 is exit the settings. So these are the different cases. And in the main function, what we do, we instantiate date, the class that we have created, this one, and implement it here. We instantiate it here. Then we specify the choice character and read choice actually, because we are prompting your time is incorrect, enter the time setting, yes, whatever it is, choice. Then we if the choice is y, yes, then you do the time settings, and inside the time settings actually your day the dates are printed. So that's about the code, and I think we should run it to see how it works. So in order to run that code, let's go here and let's go to the particular folder, which is cd pc7. Now let's compile the code using G++ compiler. So let's put G++, then let's put all the methods here. This PC, that's the main program. Then let's put date.cpp. So if we compile, this program is now compiled and we get a.exe file. So your time setting, your time is incorrect. So let's, because we did not specify anything, enter time setting, yes. So enter the month. Let us say, let us put the month February 2. Enter the day, let's say 10. Enter the year 2023. So enter a number from the menu to choose how your time will be displayed. So let's choose 3. So we want to display this in this format. So you can see that it is displayed in this format. So this is the way you can define a class, and I have shown you, walk you through an example of a date class, how we can define it in C++. So that's all for today. And if you like this video, please comment on it, give your feedback, and also subscribe to my channel. We will be uploading a lot more videos regarding the C++ tutorials, and those are very simple tutorials. One, we do not assume you to know anything you should not have any prior knowledge. So all we are doing here to walk you through different features of C++ and a corresponding uh, implementation, hands-on coding. So stay tuned and we will see you soon. Okay, bye, thank you.